Question 7. A student investigated the effect of pond organisms on the amount of carbon dioxide in their surroundings. The student set up 6 boiling tubes as shown in figure 6. They were left for 2 days. Each boiling tube contained pond water with an indicator. The indicator was pink at the start of the investigation. If the amount of carbon dioxide in the water increased, it turned yellow. If the amount of carbon dioxide in the water decreased, it turned purple. What is the purpose of boiling tube A? Boiling tube A acts as a control. Okay, that's to check that the indicator does not change on its own. Okay, so 1 mark for the word control, 2 marks to check that it does not change on its own, or you could have said, or to prove that it's changing due to the microorganisms. So it's a comparison to show that it's changing because of those microorganisms. In which boiling tube would the indicator be the most yellow after 2 days? So remembering back to the beginning, it told you the indicator turned yellow if the amount of carbon dioxide increased. So we're looking at where there would be a situation where lots and lots of respiration would happen on its own. So if we look at boiling tube E, you've got organisms, you've got snails producing carbon dioxide through respiration, but no photosynthesis. So that will actually be up on carbon dioxide. Here you've got a plant which is going to take carbon dioxide, but you've also got your snails which are going to produce carbon dioxide. Here you've got something that would take carbon dioxide up. Maybe not in that one because it's not photosynthesizing a lot, but in that one, because there's lots and lots of light, you get lots of carbon dioxide taken up. So you're really thinking about what's happening in each case. So thinking about our questions, which one would they turn most yellow, or would they prove that the carbon dioxide had been produced the most? I said E, because the most carbon dioxide would have produced because of only respiration occurring. Okay. The colour of the indicator in the boiling tube C had not changed after 2 days. So if there's no change in the amount of CO2. So if we look at this one, which is under dim light, we've got a little bit of a plant there. That plant's got a bit of light, so it must be taking up carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. But don't forget that plants also respire too. Okay, so there's going to be respiration, there's going to be photosynthesis happening. The products of one are the reactants of the other. And in this case, I'm suggesting the amount of carbon dioxide produced by respiration must be equal to the amount absorbed by photosynthesis. If there's no change in the indicator, that means there's no overall change in the carbon dioxide in the tube. This last question was quite difficult actually, but let's see if we can get our heads around it. So, plants need nitrate ions in order to make proteins. A plant is growing in soil flooded with water. Explain why the plant cannot absorb enough nitrate ions. So this really comes down to your learning. Have you learnt, remember the ticks mean points, that nitrate ions are absorbed by active transport. That's the only way they can get in. Why? Because they have a low concentration in the soil and they're trying to get to where there's a high concentration in the root. Second mark. This is the movement of ions against the concentration gradient, or if you'd have said from a low concentration to a high concentration, that's the same thing. This requires energy from respiration. Next point. Active transport requires energy from respiration. This process requires oxygen, because you need energy from respiration. Respiration needs oxygen. However, because the soil is waterlogged, this cannot happen. This cannot happen as there is no oxygen in the soil. So therefore the nitrate remains in the soil.